So Sify is an ICT company, and we are building very distinct, very disruptive kind of technologies. In the last 12 months, we have built a technology right from its concept through collaboration across Sify, which is my organization. Varian Medical Systems is a US headquartered organization, which is a global leading manufacturer of the radiation therapy equipment. 62% market share they enjoy today worldwide. And the third organization which collaborated with us is CTSI, Cancer Treatment Services International. Team of 4 doctors, the most experienced radiation oncologist from CTSI, Dr. Krishna Komanduri, 2 doctors, 2 radiation oncologists from Fortis Healthcare, and Dr. A.K. Anand, who is heading radiation oncology in Max Healthcare. They teamed up with us. Our engineering wings, our telecom engineering, our cloud engineering, and the R&D of Varian Medical Systems from US. All these teams work together actually for 11 months on round-the-clock basis to establish this technology from its very concept level. Before shifting to Sify, I worked for very long with Fortis Healthcare and with Max Healthcare as the CIO. Over 6 years, I could very well understand the difficulties being faced on the ground by the oncology team there in these respective organizations, and the cancer patients, the way they were experiencing the treatment happening in the healthcare delivery organizations. So after getting to know all those difficulties, those were experienced by the clinicians, by the oncologists, by the patients on the ground, we had a detailed conversation between Varian Medical Systems and our teams. Varian Medical Systems was my supplier at that time because I was enjoying 5 linear accelerators from Varian Medical Systems, which are used for treating cancers through external radiations. So we had a detailed meeting, and we discussed all these difficulties actually being faced by patients as well as the treating teams. And we blueprinted a concept that we should have a very good private cloud-based solution to operate radiation oncology in a very different manner. No breakdowns. Equipment, the computing equipment, the storage equipment, the application stacks, which are responsible for doing radiation plans for the cancer patients, to be operating with 100% availability. That was the first key objective in front of us. No breakdowns. No suffering of patients, no waiting actually to take the treatment, and the healthcare delivery organization to get the required revenue actually out of those treatments. The second objective was with regard to their treatment plans at one place. A single instance catering to multiple hospitals and further to multiple linear accelerators, their devices to do radiation therapy across multiple hospitals. One single instance should take care of the entire show of a healthcare delivery organization for the purpose of radiation oncology. That was the second objective. This objective would have met the patient requirement and raised the patient experience also, that a patient who has taken 3 radiation shots in one of those hospitals in Delhi, the next week the patient flies down to Goa. Despite having a radiation therapy equipment available there, the patient was not able to take the shot there because the treatment plan and the related data is not there. The hospitals and the linear accelerators are not integrated. They are not talking to each other actually. The patient has to go through a lot of difficulty actually that way. And the last and the finest objective was to have the most experienced teams, most experienced radiation oncology teams handling multiple subspecialties of cancer, which is head and shoulder, which is liver cancer, breast cancer, colon cancer, from one place they should be able to do radiation plans at a very fine level for multiple hospitals and multiple linear accelerators to treat hundreds of patients the next day morning through those finest level of plans. Dr. Krishna Komanduri, for example, had 35, 40 years of experience actually, and he worked very closely with us to formulate the solution. And he was the first to demand the solution in July 2016. Like, give me something like that. So that was another trigger actually to build the solution ASAP. I requested the Fortis chairman, Mr. Balwinder Singh, to give us the linear accelerator in one of the hospitals in Noida over Saturdays, Sundays, after treating their patients, so that we can conduct our testing and we can establish the solution actually at the best possible level. He agreed. 4 months we continued to do testing in their hospital at Noida with the team of these doctors. And finally, in January 2017, the New Year day, precisely, at 5 a.m. in the morning, actually, we got full success on this solution. After doing our benchmarking, our testing, the calibrations, the performance testing, the throughput testing, the quality testing, actually, he brought the most complex plans actually from USA, from Pittsburgh University, to be tested on this setup. And finally, on Jan 1, 2017, he declared the solution to be successful. And he was the first to sign off with us in February 2017, this year. They have signed off their 11 hospitals. And we have already commissioned 4 of their hospitals, including the flagship hospital at Hyderabad, which is called American Oncology Institute. They got their 2 linear accelerators operating over there in the cloud. And at Ludhiana, one of the linear accelerators, at NRI Guntur Hospital, that's the 3rd hospital actually where the operations are happening out of the private cloud now. A global press release is there already on June 2017. There's a tri-party press release. And Colin Kennedy, CEO of Varian Medical Systems, she commented very clearly actually that what they couldn't do in US, the Indian teams have done it here. This slide reflects the importance of radiation oncology, that 50 to 60% of the cancer patients are treated through radiation therapy. And this needs the fineness of the radiation plan actually, so that the cancer patients are treated very well. The outcomes are very good out of the finest level of plans.
Or IMRT, and rotational arc therapy, such as rapid arc and gated rapid arc, are some of the latest innovations. They deliver radiation directly into the target area from multiple angles with sub-millimeter accuracy. The beams are precisely sculpted to match the shape of the tumor so that they treat it while minimizing exposure to surrounding healthy tissue. IMRT is a method of external beam radiation therapy that modulates the dose to conform to the size, shape, and location of the tumor by varying its intensity across different parts of the target area.
So the traditional setup, which is still operating in most of the hospitals, so we have done 5 hospitals of CTSA already. We brought them onto the solution. Most of other hospitals in Fortis, even Apollo, they are working on their individualized setup of radiation therapy. Not integrated across. These devices are localized to the hospital, and they are set up again. The servers, the computing equipment, the storage, everything is localized actually. Their application stacks are localized again. So they have their own difficulties. The more focus is on IT actually rather than treatment of patients. Since the teams are localized actually, even the multi-specialties of oncology, those teams are again operating at a very local level. They don't have that highest level of expertise with them. 35 years, 40 years of experience actually, retaining that kind of experience, retaining that kind of skill, and the individual hospital level is quite difficult. It's very difficult to manage those experienced resources actually in the individual teams. So no data sharing happening across. I'm a cancer patient. I've taken my 2 radiation shots in one of those hospitals. Next time I go to the second hospital of the same healthcare delivery chain, actually my data, my earlier plan is not available there. So I'll have to go through those difficulties while taking my next radiation shot. So this is the way the solution is established for CTSI for their 4 hospitals. Everything is shifted from the individualized setups to the cloud, to the private cloud in one of our tier 3 data centers in Mumbai. And these are given example of 2 hospitals connecting with the private cloud. No more localized equipment. The storage, the computing equipment, everything is shifted from those localized individualized setups to the private cloud. Single database, single instance, single image repository, all data of and all images of the patients under treatment are sitting at one place. The benefits are enormous. Varian Medical Systems has been able to offer its complete oncology suite now out of the private cloud on a SaaS model. No upfront payment required for the computing equipment, for the storage equipment, for the application stacks. It's a single enterprise stack license operating now in the private cloud, which has reduced the cost a lot. More focus on patient treatment rather than handling the IT equipment and the IT operations. Multiple versions of oncology suite ready in the private cloud, and it takes only a couple of hours to switch to the next version of the radiation oncology suite, and that too remotely. They don't have to send their engineers anymore to the individual hospital level. No planned outages are required, actually long outages affecting the patient treatment and the revenue of the healthcare delivery organization. Availability of patient data images across different hospitals for better treatment. I'm a patient, I've taken 3 shots in one hospital, my 4th, 5th shot can be taken actually in a distant hospital at some other place of the same healthcare delivery organization because my data is going to be instantly available there. Radiation treatment plans are made by the expert team sitting anywhere in the world. Dr. Krishna Komanduri is operating a very small team of 6 clinicians only out of US now to do radiation plans for hundreds of patients to be treated the next day morning across these Indian hospitals. Simplified application upgrades done remotely by the team that don't take any time actually. No outages are required with regard to the radiation oncology setup. Easy patient portal implementation because the entire data, the complete set of images are sitting at one place. It's a single instance. Making patient portal sit on that platform actually is very easy now. Centralized data bank for knowledge guided oncology. That is what is enabled actually by this platform further. It's a platform for virtual tumor board now because it's a single database, a single image repository. The virtual tumor board has been operating very well on this platform. Peer-to-peer knowledge sharing, it keeps happening now in a very rapid manner because hospital Y knows what is happening in hospital X with permission of those radiation oncologists and the medical physicists. A new breast cancer patient comes today. They are looking at the data and the stats of the earlier patients, their parameters, their radiation plans, their dose calculations actually to cater to that grade of cancer. The new patient will not be subjected through a very deep kind of investigation again, where we have data of thousands of patients already actually sitting in the private cloud for preparing evidence-based treatment plans. Flexibility to expand operations, new hospitals to be acquired or additional linear accelerators to be installed. It takes only a couple of hours to add the linear accelerator to the existing private cloud and to the existing enterprise application stack. Complete OpEx model for customers. Customers, the healthcare delivery organizations don't have to pay upfront for either the application stack to do treatment planning and to do actual treatment of the cancer patients through radiation oncology. At the same time, the entire computing setup actually has gone on to the OpEx model. The healthcare delivery organization, they pay as they use the platform. Our next collaboration area, since about 20,000 patients have been treated already, beginning April this year till now, across these 4 hospitals, they got enough data to start doing evidence-based treatment planning. They continue to do analysis. They are collaborating with us to work on machine algorithms, to do those deep correlations in the big data, and to help them actually with regard to the radiation plans, which are evidence-based, and at the same time, we are supporting them for their research platform completely.